Right then. Hi everybody and welcome to our movement session. So over the last couple of weeks we've been looking at movement through our maquette men and how they might move. So we thought kind of it might be quite nice to start to look at how we move and how we can create movement through our bodies. Now I'm not a dancer. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm not. But just because I'm not a dancer doesn't mean that I can't create movement pieces. It's not all about being a professional dancer. We can still create some really interesting shapes with our bodies. So it's a really good idea to try to complete the full warm-up that we've had, the theatre warm-up that's been on YouTube. But I will take you through a little bit of a warm-up now just to get ourselves kind of ready. But it's really important that you don't do this without doing any sort of warm-up at all, because that's how we can damage our bodies. So we're just going to start by giving our fingers a little wiggle. A nice little wiggle. You can wiggle it up high and you can wiggle them down low. Oh, like that, Katie. Wiggle them the camera.
You're under the ocean.
And then just take that into circling your wrists and then taking them the other way. And then circle your elbows. I feel like a big octopus now. And the other way. And then circling your arms. Now, I should have said that you can do this either sat down or stood up. I think, Dan, are you stood up?
No, I'm sat down.
Oh, Dan sat down. Kate, we're all sat down. Well, there you go. Look, Dan stood up now. There we go. And the other way. And then just give them a little shake up to the top. And a little shake down the bottom. All the way down. And one up and one down. And one up and one down. Good. Right, we're going to do ankles now, but you can't see my ankles, so I'll just talk you through it. But you know what you're doing, particularly if you've watched the warm-up on YouTube. So just wanted to raise your leg and you're going to just circle your ankle in a circle. I am doing it, I promise you, even though you can't see it. I'm not quite sure that Katie's doing it. Look, there we go.
There we go.
Not sure Dan's doing it. And then circle it the other way.
I am doing it. I'm circling them both at the same time.
And then really gently swing that knee backwards and forwards, just to get that knee joint warmed up. And then if you're standing, you can open your hip joint out to the side as well. If you sat down, just give your leg a little bit of a shake and maybe your bum a little bit of a shake in the chair as well. Oh, well done, Dan. Well done. And then you're going to do your other leg now. So we're going to start with ankle. You're going to give your ankle a bit of a circle. And then take it the other way. And then very gently swing your knee backwards and forwards. And then you can open your hip joint if you stood up, and if not, just give your leg a bit of a wiggle, bit of a shake on the chair, and your bum a bit of a shake too. Good. And now we're going to move on to our faces. So can you open your face really wide and go? Oh God, that's really scary. I've never done this bit on Zoom before. It's quite frightening. And then screw it up really tight. Really wide. Really tight. And wide. And tight. Good. And then really wide with your whole body's really wide. Everything really wide. And then everything curled up really, really small. Really small. And then really wide again. Brilliant. And then we're just going to take our shoulders and we're going to give them a little circle back. And then that's what it's all about, Katie, getting warm. And take them forward. Good. And then give them a push up to your ears. And a drop down. And a push up. And a drop down. Good. Okay, so that's just a little warm up. It would be better if you could do our full one that's on YouTube, but we've kind of been moving around a little bit already, so we're kind of okay. So we're going to move on to our movement kind of exercises now. The best thing probably to do with this video is that at points where I ask you to do things and think about things, is you might want to pause it, because everybody's going to work at a different pace, and I would hate for you to feel rushed just because we're working a little bit quicker or whatever. So this first bit, all I'm going to do is, for Katie and Dan, is I'm going to put a bit of music on, but you can pause the video after I finish talking and you could put your own music on. And while the music's playing, all I want you to do is I just want you to explore your bodies a little bit, and the way that they move, yeah? Because all of our bodies are really unique. So some of us, like me, I've got gammy knees, so my knees don't work very well. And I don't know, Katie and Dan, have you got something that doesn't move very well, or are you all like...
Just me in general.
Just you in general. Dan in general doesn't move very well. So you just need to spend a bit of time kind of getting to know how your body moves, what bits, you know, how can your hands move that feels nice and gentle and fluid? How do your shoulders move? How can your heads move? Yeah, just spend a little bit of time exploring that. So I'm going to put some music on, and you can do that, or you can pause the video and put your own music on and have a bit of a dance. Yeah, it'd be great if you could film that and send it in to us, because I'd really like to see that. Right, here we go. Brilliant. Right, so hopefully you've had a little explore about how your body can move now, and you know what is comfortable for you, and perhaps what isn't a good idea to try. So we're going to now start to create what our movement piece is going to be about. And I thought, what better way to create a piece of movement than about ourselves? Yeah. So there are kind of several ways that you can do this. And again, you might want to do a little pause of the video so that you've got time to be able to do it. But I want you to think about 6 points in your life where that really made you feel something. Yeah. So it could be your first day at school and how you felt. So I felt quite nervous walking into a school for the first time. It might be the day that you met somebody really special. Yeah. And how you kind of felt. So you felt really happy about this new friendship that was happening. Equally, there might be some sad moments that have happened in your life, yeah, that made you feel sad. So I just want you to think of around 5 or 6 moments in your life. So again, I'm going to play a little bit of music and just have a little think and document them. So when I say document them, that's either writing them down, just having a word that kind of, so you could go school, that's my word for starting school, I know what that is. You might want to draw a picture, so you've got kind of like a picture format of how those things are. You might just want, if you've got somebody there with you, you could just tell them and then that person could write them down for you, whichever way you want. But we want to have a little kind of 6 points in your life and how you felt. All right? Okay, so we'll fade that out again if that's all right. And then, right, so hopefully you have all got your little points that you've had a little think about your life. So I did 5, just did 5 for quickness. So I've got going to school, leaving home. So because I'm not from Carlisle, so I left my hometown and came to live in Carlisle, getting married, having my children, and then meeting all of you, I thought was a big point in my life as well. So they're my 5 points. You might have another one or not as many. That's absolutely fine. Okay. So the next point, I haven't said how I feel about them because it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, nobody is going to know what your things are. I've just kind of told you mine so that you have an idea of the kind of things that I've put down. But you've obviously, you kind of know about how you felt then as well. But you guys are not going to tell anybody what your points are. So please don't worry about that. But what I do want you to think about is I want you to think of a gesture. Now, a gesture in movement can be much bigger than just a waggy finger or whatever. Yeah, a gesture kind of in theatre and performance, it's like a movement that tells us something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if we were going to school and feeling nervous about going to school, my gesture or my motif is another way that you can describe it for that, is that I might kind of walk forward, have my head down and be biting my nail. Yeah, so that might be my movement. That might be my motif for it. Yeah. So all I want you to do is I'll put music on again. So again, guys, if you want to pause this video, you can pause this video. And I want you to work through each point within your... Dan, if I just get through, then I'll come to you, Dan. Is that all right? Yeah. So you're going to get, for each point that you've written down in your life story, we're going to call it your life story, you're going to create a gesture, a little motif that kind of shows what it is and how you're feeling. Okay, Dan, what was your question?
Sorry. You're not wanting us to mime something, though, are you? You're not saying that if we're going for a walk, you want us to mime going for a walk type thing, are you?
No.
Recreate the thing.
Yeah, but you might.
So if you were making tea, you wouldn't be like chopping up onions and things, would you?
If you were making tea, you might, but it's thinking about how that movement might be. So the chopping might be just a hand movement.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't want you to actually go through the whole process of chopping the onions, but thinking about, so if I was chopping something, it might be that's my motif.
Okay.
But just 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's creating kind of, just a small thing. It's simplifying it. Yeah. Yeah. So you're not gonna make your whole spaghetti bolognese in your movement piece, because that would be too long. Although it might be really tasty, I have to say, but okay. So I'll put music on again and just start to explore what those movements might be for your however many pieces of your life story you've got. Okay? Right. Okay. So hopefully you've got a little gesture for each of your life story points. Okay, so I'm going to go through mine. So my first one was going to school. So I've kind of got this movement for that. And as you can see, it's not a big thing. It's just a little gesture that I'm doing. Yeah. By leaving home, I've done this. Like I'm waving goodbye to somebody. Bye, I'm off. See you later. Getting married, I'm holding my bouquet. I did that first, but that felt a bit wrong. That was like I was praying that it wasn't going to happen. And I thought, we can't have that. So I changed it and I kind of had this sort of thing, like a bouquet of flowers. Having kids, so holding a baby, was this movement. And then meeting all of you was a big happy face and kind of a wave. So they were my gestures, So they just need to be as simple as that. Okay, I'm not going to put Katie and John on the spot and ask them to show theirs unless they really, really wanted to, but probably not.
I could do if you
Would
want.
You like to?
Katie,
If you've got them, that'd be lovely. If you don't mind.
Figure things out. So I've gone for a bit of a theme on something else I'm working on. It's about swimming in my life, so I'm bringing it into this because I love swimming. So my few moments are, so my first ever memory was actually being in a toddlers and parents swimming group. So this is me being dunked underwater slowly.
Brilliant.
By my mum. I learned how to swim properly in the sea with my grandpa, and there was quite big waves. So it was like a, whoa, big waves.
Like a wave, brilliant.
And then sort of more formal swimming in primary school and in classes. So that's my sort of, properly doing the front crawl. And then swimming with friends, me having a natter, like some old lady, taking up all the space in the swimming pool as they do, going, oh yeah,
standing in the wave, all the other swimmers that are trying to do the lengths. I know those kind of people.
Yeah, we were like that. We were like, oh, did you see what she did last night? Oh, yeah, swimming away. So that was that. So just a bit of a simple turn. And then there was one time I was swam in a lake in Serbia, and that's isn't that beautiful?
Wow.
And then recently I've started doing wild swimming in winter, and it's been cold, so that's
Yeah.
like that.
Brilliant. They're brilliant.
Thank
you for sharing. Dan, do you want to share, or would you like us to just move on, or how do you feel about it?
Yeah, maybe just move on.
Just move on. Brilliant. That's good, but at least hopefully you've got a little idea.
I don't think they were that great. Like when I first got my puppy, so it was like that. So that was my puppy, and then I had ones like I had a swimming one as well, but it's hard to do it without doing that, isn't it? So swimming in the sea. When you arrive somewhere on an airplane, it's really warm, so you walk out the door and you go like that. That's a favourite memory.
Nice.
What else did I have? Lots of ones about running.
Running's a good one. Yeah. Is that your running face, Dan? Look.
Is it chasing us? Oh no, the Baskervilles after, isn't it? So yeah.
Good, brilliant. And that's what this is about. It's just to show that you don't have to know all of the moves to be able to do something. Yes, there's some really lovely movements, and the way that we're using our body to express different points in our life is really good. So this is the bit now where you can start to get a little bit creative. So basically a dance piece, particularly a contemporary dance piece, is basically it's a series of kind of gestures and motifs, but they're linked through movement. Yeah. So they can be linked by turns, they can be linked by twists and jumps, rolls across the floor. Yeah, however it is that you want to do things, you can be as adventurous with this part now as you want to be, or you can be as really kind of intimate. So a lot of my movements, for example, are very kind of, they're to do with my arms. So my linking movements might just be by making my arms do different things. So if you think my kind of first movement was going to school, being a bit nervous, and then my next one goes into bye, I'm leaving home kind of thing. So it's just about finding the ways that you travel from one movement to another, yeah, and be as creative as you want to be with it. Yeah, it can be as large as you want it to be, it can be as small as it wants to be, because actually there's something really nice about just, a lot of kind of cultural dances are based just on hands, aren't they, and different things like that. So there's no right or wrong with this. Yeah. And again, if you want to pause the video while you're working this out and get a piece of music on that you feel kind of nice moving to and different things like that, then absolutely do that. And we will see you in a little while when you're sorted and you press play on the video again. Okay. Okay, guys, so we have had lots and lots of fun putting our pieces together and having a bit of a play. I think we all feel a little bit embarrassed because the three of us are on screen together, but hopefully you're feeling a little less embarrassed because you haven't got anybody watching you, so that's really good. So we're just really quickly going to show you kind of our little pieces. They're just a bit of fun. We've had a bit of a giggle doing them. There's no right or wrong when it comes to this. Katie's going to go first because one of the things that I should have said is that you can play around with levels within your pieces. So Katie's gone, ooh, I'm going to go on the floor because mine's all about swimming, like she explained to you. So Katie is now, as you can see, on the floor, ready to show us her life story of swimming. Okay, so here we go. Take it away, Katie.
all-inclusive finale.
Brilliant! Well done, Kelly. That was fantastic. Brilliant. Good. Dan, would you like to go next?
Yes, let's go.
Are you sure? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Right, here we go. So, Dan, does it have a title? Does your story have a title?
Movement in 5 pieces.
It's what?
Move 5 pieces. I don't know what type of title should it have.
Fine.
Please
Just
don't watch
right.
this.
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. No, sorry. Cut. Edit that out. I got the wrong piece of music. It jumped back. No, I didn't. Hang on. Right, here we go. It's you.
I think I got them all.
It was like a facial dance. It was brilliant. It was like
Is it good?
It was like really like stretching out on the floor, and yours was just all in your face, and it was brilliant. Right. So I'm guessing it's my turn now, and I think did I play the same piece of music for both of yours there?
It doesn't matter.
Did not matter. Oh, all right. I'm so sorry. I'm rubbish. DJ Vicki is absolute rubbish. Right. Here we go then. So this is me. There we go. That was me.
Yay! You really took us. I feel like we really went on the journey of you sort of being insular to then exterior through your life.
I pretty much think that is my life. I think that was me. Yeah. Good. So hopefully that is just a little kind of taste of how you can really easily put a little kind of dance movement together, and it's just meant to be a little bit of fun. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've had a bit of a laugh with us or at us, whichever that may be. And can't wait until we get to see you all again really soon. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Stop recording.